Hi, welcome to the You Make Me Sick podcast. I'm Dawn. I watched the Federal Reserve lower its benchmark just an hour or two ago. It has been reduced down to 0.25% today, December 10th. So they're looking to target between 3.5 to 3.75%. And also they're going to be focusing on getting the economy, the inflation down to 2%, back where it belongs, as they stay focused on all the areas in this matter, which are very complex. Did mention the price of the tariffs obviously have something to do with it. We already know, but they should stabilize soon if no other tariffs are put in place. It's very unique, just like the pandemic was very unique. So that's the update today. We're not going to get political about it, just like he didn't want to get political about it. It should help, obviously it lowers mortgage rates, which is always wonderful, but most people still have lower than that from when COVID happened. And so it's still difficult. And he said there's still so many other factors about why the housing market is the way it is right now. And the interest rate doesn't really affect that at this point. There's so many other issues that need to be addressed. I saw a representative from California, Jim Acosta, today speaking, and he was awesome. He's not the evil Acosta from the Epstein file, the one that gave Epstein the sweetheart deal. He's, like I said, a representative, a Democrat from California. He's a third-generational farmer, and he still farms. And he was asked today, what does he think about the $12 billion bailout that's going to the farmers right now, since he is a farmer. And he said, first of all, it pales in comparison. $12 billion for farmers pales in comparison to the $40 billion bailout that we just gave Argentina, who is not our country. He said he was very detailed on what goes to what with the farms, and that it's really not going to be that helpful in the long run or the short run at all. It's the tariffs that's the issue here, and China buying directly from somewhere else now instead of us. So when he said the tariff war is over, hopefully we can get out of this market, the farmer's market that has been deeply impacted. And, with that being said, I would like to add, as usual, what about the people getting bailed out? So the farmers getting bailed out, Argentina's getting bailed out. We were supposed to get a check with the Doge cuts, $5,000. We did not. We have not gotten credits. We have not gotten tax cuts. We've just gotten health care go up or taken away, and more women's rights are getting stripped every day as we speak, which goes under the radar. And he also, this rep, Jim Acosta, also sits on the Peace Committee. And as far as Ukraine goes, he just said that, Russia obviously he described him as mafia, that this is just basically good versus evil, and we can never side with Putin. He just wants to take over Ukraine, and this can't happen, and we have 3 ways to leverage him, and the president just refuses to do so. So that's the update on that. He also said that the House proposed 3 different ways to extend the ACA health credits. This guy was so informative today. And now it's going to go to the Senate. So at the end of the year, the ACA, aka known as Obamacare, the tax credit is gonna run out at the end of this year, at the end of December, and we're right up to the finish line, folks, as usual, and nothing has been proposed by our president. As I showed you yesterday, 15 different clips from the Washington Post, and those weren't even ones that I came up most recently on my own. Those were 15 clips of Trump saying he has a plan, or they're coming up with a plan since before 2015 all the way through 2020. So, and we still don't have a plan. They still don't have a plan, and it's 2025 and they're about to expire again. So there's 3 proposals on the table to extend the credits, 3, and now it's going to go to the Senate. We will see what happens there. Also, how about this crazy breakup with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Donald Trump? I mean, it's just absolutely going on and going on. I thought Elon and his breakup would, I don't know, I thought of that as Godzilla versus whoever, pick one of them. And now he's breaking up with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And, she was going on tour, as I mentioned before in my videos, that, she wasn't in agreement with the government being shut down and them not doing anything or voting on anything or getting anything done. So she started speaking out that way. And now, she switched her tour since she resigned from the Congress. January 5th of 2026 is going to be her last day. And she's just going on PBS, y'all. PBS, which Donald Trump is attacking and trying to get all their, plans away. She's also going on CNN. She specifically said that Fox won't let her say what's happening, so she will not go on Fox. Trump was on Politico last night. I kid you not, I was driving home from the city last night from my hair appointment. Yes, I got this cute little, it's called a peekaboo raccoon. It's like some pink right there. So I'm driving home from the city and it takes a while, and I'm listening to this back and forth between Donald Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene that I thought was over by now. So he was on Politico, she was on PBS and CNN, and he just has this nasty post out from I think it was December 8th, that he just goes down the whole line and basically, calls her a rotten apple, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Marjorie Taylor Brown, because Brown rots. He's just doing what he always does and what she used to do too up until a few months ago. Just name calling. All he does is name call and threat. That's how he runs our government. And they hide and lie and cover up. And it just can't, this house of cards cannot go on forever. So this breakup is crazy. She said she's had, and this isn't even updated, 773 death threats at her office, her work office. She's had a pipe bomb threat to her house, to her son, to her family's construction business and her employees there. She's had multiple threats, and now her son's getting multiple threats, and this she does not like at all. I mean, she doesn't like threats on herself, but as a mom, you can understand when your children are getting threatened. So she just keeps going on and on about these threats. So I hope it keeps her safe. In the meanwhile, she said she was also got multiple pizza doxing, which I think is when they deliver a pizza to your house so they know where you live now. So she also said she doesn't want to be murdered like Charlie Kirk, or her son to be murdered like Charlie Kirk, which reminds me of a Laura Loomer post. I have 2 days Laura Loomer posted before Charlie Kirk's death about how MAGA doesn't like him or Trump doesn't like him anymore. This was 2 days before his death. It was a Monday, I believe, and he was killed horribly on Wednesday. Even Kevin McCarthy, who is a Republican, he calls Marjorie canary in the coal mine, meaning the other MAGAs she's the first one to deviate. The others want to follow. They're kind of like watching her to see what happens to her. Also, there was a big blue win yesterday in her state of Georgia on the state level, which I'm sure she's aware of. I'm sure she saw that coming, and she's been trying to wake up this administration's eyes and the president's eyes, but it's not working. Instead, it's turning into a public fight out, and, she's getting threatened. I don't tell you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed yet, please. It's absolutely free. And hit the thumbs up button if you like my videos. I appreciate it. In case you haven't heard yet, Santa is a woman. But we knew that already. I got it at the Crooked Store online at the Hysteria Podcast. They're awesome ladies that bring you some really good insight on